Hey everybody, it's Qcknd, and today I am super excited to bring everybody a holiday gift guide kind of video. And for me, I have a lot of family members that I see around the holidays, and sometimes I only see them around the holidays. So I kind of wanted to make a gift guide for extended family kind of gifts, because these are the gifts I have the most difficulty with, because you're like, how much do I spend? What's an acceptable gift? I don't really know them that well. What do they like? So this year I just want to give some kind of tips on how to kind of buy gifts for these people in your life. So kind of aunts and uncles and grandparents and neighbors and boyfriend's parents, boyfriend's sister. So I'm just going to show you a couple things to give you an idea and kind of like some price points, and nothing is going to be over kind of $10. This year I was really inspired by home decor. Obviously, if you have been on my channel before, you know how much I am really into home decor right now. And I figured kind of sharing that with some people in my life would be interesting too, because I like to find gifts that people have to use. That way they don't ever go wasted. So I picked up these two washcloths, and this one is just this really nice kind of brown, kind of rusticy kind of color, and that says just eat, drink, and be cozy. And this can go to anybody in your life because it doesn't really say Christmas on it, and really it's just kind of a warm vibe. Put this out right after Thanksgiving, and I think this would really be good. And these are hand towels, so they can go in your kitchen or your bathroom, or I haven't even opened these yet. I bet they could be placemats as well. And these were about $5. And then I just grabbed some really cute ones for John's sister. So this is for my boyfriend's mom, and this is for my boyfriend's sister, and yeah, they're kind of like kitchen stuff, but really, in my heart, they were for home decor. And I think it's great. I think she's really gonna like this stuff, because she's really into like cute things like Studio Ghibli and stuff like that. So I just think these penguins are really awesome. And again, it just says baby it's cold outside, so it's not really Christmas related. It's just like, hey, it is cold. And these were $6, and they're really nice, kind of tough. I would put this in my bathroom or my kitchen, or just like in my life, because it's beautiful. Next thing I grabbed, and this is always a surefire thing, and it's mugs. And I didn't want to go too like home decor with the mugs, because people have kitchen sets and people have their own thing that they do. So I just thought some nice novelty mugs, kind of just spruce up their collection, will be great. So Happiness is owning a cat. This is gonna go to my grandfather. He loves a cup of coffee. I don't know much more about what he really does like, but I've witnessed him drink coffee, and I've witnessed him enjoy his cats. I also got my grandpop, this raccoon mug. I have the matching panda mug, and when I was a kid, he would call me Panda because it rhymes with Amanda. So since this is from the same designer who made my panda mug, I thought I could give this to him. It's rustic, he likes raccoons, and I could be like, now I have the same one as you. Maybe he'll like that, maybe he won't. This could go to anybody in your life, especially because it's an animal and it's cute. This third mug is gonna go to my uncle. I just think it's a really nice reindeer mug, and my uncle is a comic book artist, so I figured this could sit on his counter, on his desk while he's working, and since it's a little rounded, I figured that might be like really aesthetic, maybe inspiring. And because I don't know much more about what he's into, since it's a reindeer, it really can't go wrong. Everybody really likes reindeers. His nose is red, he could be Rudolph, he could just have a cold. I picked up this stationery kit, and I got this with my grandmother in mind, but I really think this would be good for like an older sister or a cousin, older brother. And this is just a stationery kit, and I think these are great to have in the house. I have like two, and it just comes with letters and envelopes and then little stickers. And it has the like everything on the back there. And this was $5, but I really think the detail of it is super cute. And no one can really say no to this because you always can write a thank you note, or you can encourage someone to get into better habits. I bought one of these for myself earlier this year and it really changed my life. I saw it, it reminded me of you. So this is for my grandmother, but I really think that they're a great gift. I got my mom stationery for her birthday, and I'm gonna continue to give people stationery from here on out. This kind of goes with a couple other gifts that I got, and this is just a little art kit. And you open this up here, and it has colored pencils and then paper. And really this could be great, for a younger cousin, younger sibling, but I got this for my grandmother because she is, rather artistic, and I thought having this in the house would be great, especially as an adult. Like, where do you keep your colored pencils? Where do you keep your crayons? So I figure she could slide this into her bookcase and always know that she has a really nice set of colored pencils in there. And for me too, I originally picked this up for John just because he could put this in the nightstand or, like I said, away in the bookshelf, and always know that he has all of his colored pencils here and not loose in 10 drawers. So this was actually $10, but I think it's really great. And these are adult coloring books. So I've been hearing a lot about adult coloring books lately, how they are stress relieving, how they are, whenever you have a lot of anxiety, you can open up this book and start coloring. It also helps you focus, and it's a great brain activity. And none of these kind of have a write-up on how helpful these adult coloring books are, so I might have to say that when they unwrap their present, like, hey, I don't think you're a baby, I want the best for you. So I got this coloring book, and this was $8, but I think that there are some really nice designs in here, some challenging ones, some really nice beautiful ones, and I think this one is just all flowers, but I think this would be really fun. And really great for anybody. Like, I think that's really beautiful. And if you know somebody who could really do some stress relief, or they have an office job, they could really keep this on their counter, while they're on the phone, kind of doodle a little bit. I think that that's great, especially for someone in your life who does have nervousness or anxiety. Oh, this has a little rip in it. But I think these are really great, really calming, a really nice activity, and honestly really cute on a bookshelf too. So I have 2 of them, and they had like a lot of these. So this one was the same price, $8. They had a lot of these, and I just got, flowers and birds because it's for my grandma, and she loves nature, but they had like tons and tons of different ones. So here's just birds. My grandma has a birdhouse on her porch. So I was kind of just like, she likes birds, it's getting cold out, now she can like birds in the comfort of her bathtub. I don't know where she colors, but I think these are really cool. Like, look at that peacock. That could take her hours. Great. So I got that. And around $8, it's a little more expensive if you're gonna get a couple of them, but honestly, young adult, stuff like that, cousins. I think adult coloring books are really cool, and I should have picked up one for myself because I am stressed in the holidays. A couple things that I always feel like are great gifts are food. I grabbed some like more on the gourmet end kind of thing, spend an extra couple bucks for the good stuff. So I got some maple syrup, and I'm gonna give that to my boyfriend's mother, just because I think that a really good maple syrup is always something that you want in your cabinet, but when you're grocery shopping, you're like, $14, no, give me the one for $2.99. I don't care what happens. And if she's like me, then I figured this would be really nice for her. Everybody loves breakfast. I think that's a proven fact. So I think maple syrup could go for any gift. Plus, it's in this really nice leaf. If she never wants to eat this, she can just put this out on the kitchen and admire it. And then for John's dad, my boyfriend's dad, I just got him these really nice pickles. I feel like men like pickles. I'm led to believe that by the strong man on the cover. So I think these will just be really nice. Last year I got him olive oil, so this year I got him some nice pickles. So one of the things I was really inspired by this year are, I don't know if this is like a really new trend, or anything like that, but I kind of took it as this. There are people in my family who I would love to give gifts to, but I really don't know what they're all about. So I thought giving them decorations, like really strong and good decorations, would be a really nice alternative to trying to guess something and them being offended, because obviously we are both celebrating the same holiday if we are exchanging gifts. So I have a lot of these Merry Christmas kind of frames here, and honestly this could be a really easy DIY. I am going to have DIY gifts later this month, and this is just like a really nice canvas. This is just a stencil, and then this is a frame. And this has to be hung. It doesn't have like a thing on the back, but I think this would be really cool, really timeless. You could pull this out every single year, and you could just lean it up against something. Like I have one that I got for myself back here that says Home for the Holidays that I really, really like. I actually got that for my mom, but now it's for me. So this one just says Merry Christmas. I figured it could go with any sort of decor. I kind of had my aunt in mind because she likes to decorate, but she's a little more artistic, a little more rustic. So I figured Christmas lights, she's over it. But something like this I think would be really cool for her house decor. And then I got this one too, and this one says, it's a little hard to read. It says Merry and Bright. I don't know if you can see that. And it has a little back flap, and it also has a little thing like that so you can hang it. So I had my uncle in mind for this because, well, my aunt and uncle like kind of together, I guess. Because I was thinking I could put like a nice picture of John and I in here, or I was also thinking of just getting them a really nice card, and just this plus the card would be their present. So kind of something like this, but then it covers the message. And this is the smallest card I got this year, but you could give them one of these sideway guys, and I think that would be really cool. I haven't seen anything like this before as a present or like a Christmas decoration, but honestly, like this could go for the whole year because, I mean, Merry is very associative with the holidays, but it's pretty hard to read. You can probably wash that right off. Or, you know, keep it up all year round. Why not think of your niece or whatever? I also think this would be good for like a younger cousin, a cousin more your age, because I think this is really solid decor. Like, if you remember recently, I was actually looking for a picture frame just like this, and honestly, you could DIY this bad boy in like 30 seconds. Some of my favorite places to get cards are Target and my grocery store. So I got all my cards from Wegmans this year. I really wanted to get my cards from Target though, but I really wanted to get some of them out right away because some of them are going further than others, so I really couldn't wait to go to Target anymore. So this says, Happy, Joyful, Bright. Be happy, be joyful, and be bright, which is kind of just like a very neutral message. And then inside, Merry Day to you. So I chose this card for one of my tattoo artists, kind of to send to the shop to show my appreciation for the year. It's been a really good year for my tattoos, so I'd love to send some cards to some of my favorite tattoo artists. And this one had like a very strong like typography element to it. It has a lot of straight lines and some really simple imagery, which reminds me of tattoos, so I grabbed that for my tattoo artist. Here's one for my grandma. Dear Grandma, I wanted to make the perfect Christmas wish, so I filled it with hugs from my heart and kisses to your cheek. And then it has a lot more stuff in there. Growing up, my grandma sends me a lot of cards, and she'll go in and underline things, which I feel like is kind of her little way of being like, someone wrote this card, I didn't write it, but I truly mean it, and here are the points I would like to exaggerate to you. So I'm going to go in here, this has a ton of words, so I'm going to underline all the things that make me think of my grandma, and I'm going to send this to her in about a week, so mid-week, mid-month, so I can kind of really get her with the presents, get her mid-month, and then I'm gonna get her again at Christmas, and I'm gonna get her. This card is for my aunt, and again, it's just really nice and simple with the white detailing. She had us over for Thanksgiving, so I wanted to get her a card that said thank you in it as well. And again, I'm gonna send this to her about mid-month. The holiday season, perfect time to thank you and let you know how much you are appreciated. And then there's a really simple little guy in there. Pine cone. There's a pine cone in there. And you know, a lot of people like to display their cards, and I figured this would go really great with her decor. It's really simple, but sparkly and loud and in your face. And this is the card I got to send home to my parents, where my brothers live as well. And this says, things that get lit at Christmas. Christmas tree, house, candles, fire, and us. Just to let my mom know not to call John and I too early in the morning ever again. I just think this would be funny to send to my parents, kind of like really like nothing too serious, but let them know I'm thinking about them midway through the month and then get them on Christmas. I saw a really cool DIY on YouTube of this exact product, but I actually bought this one in real life because making it would cost the same amount of money, so I'm sorry DIY girl. But, so this is just little Scrabble pieces that look like this, and it says wine, pour, cork, stuff like that, like really booze related stuff. But our neighbor on the house that we are building in Brewery Town has been really good to us. You know, she'll put our like mail in. She always drops off a magazine for me because she's like, honey, you're so bored. And I'm like, yeah. So she's been a really courteous neighbor to us, and since it will be our first home that we own and live in, I think it's important to us to get really, you know, show some respect for our neighbor. She really does look out for us, so I just got her some coasters. I don't know anything about her. I don't know anything about her at all, but in her window she has marquee letters that spell out wine. So this says wine. And she just had her house renovated, so I figured she would like something that was like really stylish and whatever to adorn her table with, but it's also like kind of crafty because we're building the house, so crafts. I don't know where I made all these connections, but this was $10, and I figured this is really good for a woman who I don't know anything other than the fact that she drinks wine, or someone else made that assumption and bought her those marquee letters. I don't know. So again, buying Christmas decorations for someone is always a surefire gift. So I got my grandparents these owl ornaments because they're pretty nice, you know, not too expensive, around $5, but I think they'll go really nice on their tree. And then I got my mom the same kind of thing. This is a capital K ornament that I think she'll really like. It's really not a big deal, but you know, it comes in a nice display box already. And it was $3, so buying someone ornaments always really works out. Another thing I grabbed this year, and just for like my little brothers who have like electronics and stuff, is this power bank. And I grabbed a power bank for myself, and I really didn't ever think I would need one, but now that I have it, I feel like I find excuses to use it all the time. So I got this from Target, and this was under $10, and it's really simple. It didn't even come with like instructions. It seriously just came with it and the little cord. So something like this for someone who you're like, do you have electronics? Because this one isn't like iPhone only. It's kind of like whatever you want. Obviously this one is like pink checkered, but I think like my little brother really wouldn't care. Anyway, I see people like put stickers on these all the time, so if it was ugly, maybe that would give him more of a reason to want to customize it. So the final thing I got, and this was $13, so it's a little up there, but it is a magnifying mirror. And you can find these like almost anywhere, I feel like, and they come in all different price ranges and all different styles. And I actually grabbed one for myself too because I really like how stylized this one is. It looks really nice in my bathroom. So even if the person you're buying this for isn't necessarily like a makeup person or whatever, really into detailing their face, I think this is still like a really nice decoration. It's really nicely made, and I think looks really well just like in a nice finished bathroom as decor or on a desk, especially for like an artist in your life who could use a mirror to help detail some of their artistry. You know, your cousins, anybody, I think a mirror is a really good idea. And you can buy these like at TJ Maxx and Ross and Marshalls for usually under $10. This one is just extra tall, so it's like $1 more. But yeah, I also think that this is a really good thing for YouTube too. So if you know someone in your life who does YouTube, a nice mirror like that is really good too. So everything total for me came to about a little over $100, and I think that I covered such a wide spectrum of people on my shopping list, and hopefully some of this stuff can work out for you too. Stay tuned for this later this month for more DIY options for making gifts, and of course I'm going to be celebrating Vlogmas for the rest of December, so stay tuned for Vlogmas too, and give this video a thumbs up if you're into the gift guide, into Vlogmas, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode of Vlogmas and all the other holiday things I have in store for you this year. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Let me know what you are getting some of your a little more extended relatives this year, and maybe you guys can give each other ideas too. Thanks again, and until next time, bye!